luxury Christmas gifts under $250 that are going to be perfect for your loved ones. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Celesta. We talk about all things luxury shopping and handbags. If you love those things, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification. I do post videos twice a week. Okay, as we are heading into Christmas time, and of course with Black Friday, Cyber Monday approaching, I wanted to showcase a couple luxury gifts without the luxury price tag. Most, if not all of these, are under $250. They're going to be perfect for your friends, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your cousin. I try to pick a more well-rounded list for people who do have bougie taste, but you don't need to have a bougie budget for their taste. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the first item on this list is actually from Coach. It is the Coach Alter Ego bag. I actually only included one handbag in this list, technically one handbag, one official handbag in this list, because I will be doing a full handbag gift guide for the holidays, which is updated for 2025. So keep an eye out for that. That should be coming in the next couple weeks, but I did want to showcase this bag specifically because Coach has been popping off this year. Honestly, the last couple years, I feel like this past year, everybody and their mothers had the Coach Brooklyn. But while the Coach Brooklyn is closer to $300, I do really like the Alter Ego. I think this is a really good first designer handbag, especially if you're gifting it to someone who is in their teens, early 20s. It still has a little bit more of a younger Gen Z look and feel to it. It's spacious enough that it should fit all of their everyday essentials, but it still can be dressed up for evenings. The Coach Alter Ego does retail for $225, and I think this would be a great addition to anybody's handbag collection. The next item I have on this list is an SLG, and I think this is going to be really good for people who love to travel. I actually recently gifted this to my husband. It is the Aspinall of London passport holder. I think this is so beautifully made. It is low-key. You can monogram it and personalize the person that you're gifting to, and it's very practical, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. I do have a couple passport holders, and the most recent one that I did add to my collection is the Louis Vuitton Murakami cherry passport holder, and I feel like it's quite bulky versus this one. I can kind of show you guys a side by side. I feel like it's a lot more low-key, and I also love that there's a couple pockets as well, so you can kind of double this as your passport holder and as your card holder. This does retail for $210 US, but I would keep an eye out because I think for Black Friday they should do some kind of promotion. Very similarly, especially if they are more into tech, and I know some planes have slowly started rolling this out, but majority of the planes still don't have this, is an iFly Bluetooth transmitter. So you are able to use your Bluetooth headphones on the plane. I personally like to use my own Bluetooth headphones for planes because one, it has noise cancellation compared to the headphones that they give you on the plane for free, and it just makes things easier. You're already cramped in a small space, then you have to deal with the wire and the cable, and sometimes it's pulling off. It's just a whole headache. And so I really think that this is a good little attachment, especially for people who fly a lot, who travel a lot, and this only retails for $35. The last travel gift I have on this list, and I think anybody and everybody could benefit from this, is a Béis carry-on. You guys know I am the biggest stan of Béis. I love my Béis luggage. I have every size. I have different duffel bags. We have a whole Béis collection, and I think the carry-on size is probably the best size. That's the one that most people are going to use. I know that there's some people who are strictly carry-on people. They don't like to check in bags. There's also a whole demographic of people that pride themselves on never checking in a bag. They're like, pack with me for a 2-week trip with only a carry-on. Could not be me. I am a chronic overpacker, but I feel like the carry-on size just gets the most use, whether you're using it for a weekend trip or for a 2-3 week trip. You're going to bring a carry-on with you. I absolutely love the Béis one. This technically over $250. I know you're gonna say that, but they are currently running a 25% off right now as their early Black Friday. I think last year for Black Friday, they did 30% off, so I would keep an eye out for that. And then I do remember last year as well, and previous years, if you were within the first 100 customers on Black Friday, you could get the suitcase for 50% off, which I've never been able to do. And I've been on there on the dot waiting in the queue, never been able to get it. but it is a possibility as well. You can get this for less than $250. I think the attention to detail is immaculate. I've had this suitcase for I think over 2 years at this point, maybe even 3.5. I've used this countless times. I use this every single time I travel, and it is truly an amazing suitcase. Moving over to something that I haven't seen anybody talking about. This is from TheraBody. This is a TheraFace depuffing wand. So this is going to be really good as you wake up in the morning, helps wake you up a little bit, also helps slim down your face. It uses both heat and cooling to help with things like under eye puffiness and overall skin like elasticity and glow. I am really interested in trying this out. This might actually have to be added to my wish list. It does retail for $169, and I think this is a really good addition because this would be great for someone who is into beauty and skincare, and this is like not exactly a very well-known and popular tool yet, but it does have very high ratings. So I am intrigued, and I would definitely be adding this to my Christmas list. The next luxury gift we have on this list, and I think this would make for really good like white elephant gifts. Like people eat this shit up, not literally because, you know, but it is Aesop soap and or any other expensive soap. Aesop, Salt and Stone, that kind of vibe. Anything that smells really good. And these are things I feel like people love to get as gifts, but wouldn't necessarily get for themselves. And I think that's what makes for a really good gift, because everybody would love to have Aesop. And I've had Aesop before, given as a gift. And most recently, I just picked up the Salt and Stone soap, and you really do feel a difference. As much as you want to convince yourself that like you can't tell the difference between a $3 soap and a $35 soap, you most definitely can. And it does, it smells divine, it feels great. And while you might not want to get this for yourself because you feel like it's a little bit unnecessary, that's kind of why it makes for a really good gift, especially for White Elephant. I've been to White Elephant parties where people bring Aesop soap and it's constantly being stolen. It is going to be an absolute hit. The next gift is kind of a two-parter. If you know that this person likes fragrance or they're starting to slowly enter into the fragrance territory, the Sephora perfume sampler I think is a great gift to give. They do also have a cologne version of this, so kind of depends on what their interest is. You don't pay $100 just for the samples. You get the samples and then you get a full-size coupon to trade it in the stores to get a full-size version of the fragrance that you pick. So not only are you getting like 10 or 12 different samples, which are great for traveling, but you can also then bring it in and trade it in for a full size. I think this is really good because you don't necessarily know exactly what this person wants to get yet, especially if you're not super close with them or they just don't know themselves. Like I know right off the bat, I love Chanel Champs, but maybe a friend or a relative who is looking to give me a perfume as a Christmas gift wouldn't necessarily know that. And so I think this makes for a really good gift that you can guarantee that they're going to like what they get. Because I think oftentimes people get perfume, they don't actually like it. It's not really a scent that they like, and then they don't end up using it or ends up just being re-gifted. This next gift is a little bit useless. I personally feel like she's useless, but I also could see like the moms, the mother-in-laws, the aunties eating this up. This is the 2025 ornament for Baccarat. It retails for $150, and I think Baccarat releases like new ornaments each year. So they are either a collector or starting to build a collection. This could also be a good gift if you just like keep buying the same gift year over year over year and helping them build their collection. I get the luxury appeal. I think this is very luxurious. I think this is stunning. I also know myself, I have dropped so many ornaments from my tree. My tree's been up for like 3 or 4 days right now. I should be nowhere near this, but I do think this is a really beautiful addition to anybody's Christmas tree. The next item is for the girlies. This is strictly for the girlies because I feel like this past year has been the year of pickleball. I don't know if it's like just being in the Bay Area, and like I know we have kind of been playing longer than in 2025, but I feel like a lot more people are getting into it. They're turning a lot of tennis courts into pickleball courts, and I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the paddles for pickleball are kind of ugly. I came across these ones from Anthropologie. It's this really cute set with cherries on it. It does look to be double-sided, and it's only $50. Again, if you are a pickleball expert, my friend plays in tournaments, he's always winning. If you are a pickleball expert, this is not the paddle for you. I'm by no means a pickleball expert, and I can tell you that you're not buying this because it's a good paddle. You're buying this because it's cute and a conversation starter. For me, when I'm going to play pickleball with my friend and her boyfriend, we're going to hit the ball, but we're also just going to yap. This is perfect. This is the vibe. But if you're actually looking for a good pickleball paddle, this one's probably not it. The next thing we have on this list is strictly for my new brides, new couples. This year, as many of you know, I recently started doing wedding content creation, actually technically only since the summer, and I've been having a blast doing it, and I think this would be a really good gift if you know someone who got married in 2025. I got married in 2024, and I still have a box of like wedding stuff that I haven't even like bothered to like clear out and look at yet. And I know people who got married in 2025 are probably in the same boat. There's a lot of mementos that you do want to keep, like your cards and maybe a set of invitations or a ribbon or this or that. So there's so many different things that you want to keep, but you want to also keep it in a nice and organized fashion. And I think this is a really, really good gift. And last but certainly not least, we have these luxury coffee table books, the Asseline versions, the Tom Ford. We love a luxury designer coffee table book. It's one of those things that most people don't really want to get for themselves because they're kind of useless and you're probably not gonna read it, but it is nice to have it in your home as decor, and I think these really hefty books make for an amazing Christmas gift. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what is on your Christmas wish list this year. If you guys are interested in seeing a video strictly for handbags to gift, let me know as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll leave another video for you guys here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!